Have you ever wondered why Mr. Beast and top YouTubers get millions of views while you only get 71 views? The secret of getting millions of views is click-through rate, or CTR in short. So how do you make a person scrolling through his YouTube feeds to click on your thumbnail and watch your videos? The secret is in these 6 words. Create a compelling thumbnail and title. You see, the first thing that somebody on YouTube will encounter before they decide to click over and watch your video is the thumbnail, then the title. That is why you must get your thumbnail and title right. There is no room for guesswork. So in this video, I want to cover thoroughly and deeply all the crucial information you will ever need in creating compelling thumbnails that will skyrocket your CTR and make people to watch your videos. This is literally a YouTube thumbnail masterclass. This is the advanced level of video marketing. This video is going to be over 80 minutes long. Therefore, I have taken my time and divided it into different sections or chapters to help you with the navigation, and you are welcome to skip to the parts you want. But having said that, I want to urge you to watch the whole of this video, since these viral video elements are super related. Knowing one or two will not be functional. You need to understand all these viral video elements. Plus, I have included some super nuggets at the end that you must know. If at some point you feel overwhelmed, you can click on the save button and continue to watch this video on a later date or time. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. In this video, we're talking about the 10 viral video hacks or tricks or elements you can use starting today to skyrocket views in your videos. So we're trying to answer, what can we do or what can we put on our thumbnails or our titles to make sure that people click through and watch our video. I promise you this is going to worth your time. After this, you're going to know all that it takes to make the most compelling, highly clickable thumbnails and title. So please buckle up and let's get started. Now, they're not specifically ranked in order, but of course I'm going to save the best for the last. Now, right off the gate, you're going to start with one of the most important elements you must put in your thumbnails and in your titles. It's called curiosity, guys. Curiosity is very, very important. And there are several ways you can build curiosity around your thumbnails and your title. Now, of course, people are going to click on your thumbnail if they see some form of curiosity. Now, how do you build curiosity in your thumbnail or your title? Number one, open a loop. Opening a loop means make people think about something. For example, you can say something like the top 20 worst Halloween candies. Now, that is a good, curious title or topic you can use in your YouTube videos. Why? Because most people, especially if you're living in America, they celebrate Halloween. And during Halloween, people take a lot of candies. In your title or your thumbnail, you're telling them the top 20 Halloween candies they should never eat or never buy. So from that title alone, people already start to get curious. Which are these top 20 candies I should not buy during Halloween? Because for most people, they know they can buy any candy anytime, any place they want. But when you're telling them that there are some 20 that they should never ever buy, that creates a good loop and gives them a high curiosity to make them click onto your video and watch. Another way you can build curiosity, guys, is to talk about the future. Right now, of course, we're talking about the future of cryptocurrency and digital currency. Just so some few weeks ago, the Luna digital currency went down. People are now speculating what the future holds for cryptocurrency and digital currency. So talking about something of the future, something that people want to invest in right now and maybe keep their money and see what the results are going to be in the future, is a great way to capture people's curiosity. Right now, people are curious so much about cryptocurrency and where it's going to in the next few coming days. Now, another way to open curiosity on people's mind is to challenge assumptions. There are several assumptions that people have pegged on their belief, their culture, their traditions. For example, several assumptions on dating, several assumptions on losing weight, several assumptions as far as getting sick is concerned. So you can come out with several assumptions and try and challenge those assumptions in a video. Of course, the video must be compelling enough for people to watch through until the end. But first of all, you must start with the title and the thumbnail, and that is what we're talking about right now in this video tutorial. Next, unveil a secret. The top 5 secrets that Pentagon doesn't want you to know. How about that? The top 10 or top 5 secrets Pentagon does not want you to know. Now, everybody, of course, likes to speculate around what's going on in the Pentagon because it's one of the pillars of the American defense and security forces. So if you can give us some secrets that goes in and around the walls of Pentagon, people will be glad to want to know. People will be curious to want to know what are these top 5 confidential information that you have to show them in your video. Of course, the next one is use contrast. Contrast works all the time, and contrast builds a lot of curiosity in and around your thumbnails and your title. title. So before and after is a good contrast, results a good contrast. Whatever way you can come up with contrast, guys, please use contrast in all your videos. Here's an example of a thumbnail that uses curiosity so well. Now, of all my time on YouTube, I've never seen such a good, compelling thumbnail. That's why I put it first. This is a thumbnail from probably a YouTube channel called Goldcast Rise. It's a news outlet. And the title of, even before you look at the title, guys, let's look at the picture of the woman, the mature woman on this thumbnail. If you look closely, this woman is not happy. This woman, there's something going on and she's really probably in not good moods, as you can see. And of course, there's one rule that always works in the media. If it bleeds, it leads. If something is negative, it always comes the first in every news bulletins. So of course, the lady is not happy. The lady looks saddened by something. And then if you look closely, there's also another image of an authority figure. Now here, the authority figure is the police officers in uniform. And as you can see from that other caption inside the thumbnail, the police officer are brutally manhandling some teenage black kid. So already there is a lot of things going on here. Someone can talk about racism. Someone can talk about mishandling of civilians by the authorities, which are the police persons in this picture. From the thumbnail alone, using the pictures, there's a lot of curiosity that builds in the minds of people going to see this thumbnail, and it's going to make people to click on it because the picture is telling a lot, but you still want to know much more about what's going on. Somebody can conclude that probably the teenager being manhandled by the police officer in the picture is maybe the son of this woman. So already a lot is going on even right now in my mind if I look at the thumbnail of this picture. But even to make the thumbnail look better, the person included some words with the thumbnail, and this is what they said: the most dangerous school in America. The most dangerous school in America. Remember, he didn't just say the dangerous school in America. He added an important term there, most. Of course, this is very subjective, but at the same time, it really gives it the final push for somebody to click on it, because what you want to do is you want to try and push somebody to the edge where he has no option but to click onto your video and watch. Another thing we notice here, guys, and of course I'm taking through, as you're going through this, you're getting the luxury of understanding the psychology behind having compelling thumbnails. Of course, we're talking about the pictures, now you're talking about the words of the thumbnail. And the words of the thumbnail, as you can see, they are in bold. So you must make sure, guys, that your words in the thumbnails are always in bold. The next thing that you can see from the thumbnail, before you look at the title, guys, is that the word dangerous and school is in a different color. And this is so important when you're doing the words on your thumbnail. The most important word, or the most intriguing, or the words that you think are going to pack a punch, make sure they're in different color from the other words. Now here is used orange, light orange, which is not bad. I could have used red because red just makes it pop out even more, but still it's awesome. So let's look at the title of this thumbnail. Here was the title. The title was "The Last Hope for the Most Dangerous School in America." Now, of course, the title alone tells a lot. It's about the last hope, curiosity right there, and then the most dangerous school in America. So the most dangerous. People love to see the most, the biggest, the tallest, the best. People love when they get associated or they see something in and around those particular words. So try and use those words, and we're going to see some more of these words as we go along in this presentation. Now let's look at how many views this particular thumbnail got or video got. So this video got 60,000 views in 1 month, which is quite high, being that most of us get like 20 views, 30 views in the first 1 month. But this video got 60,000 views in the first 1 month, which is quite good. And so why did this title and thumbnail work? So why did it work? Number one, this is of course curiosity, which we're talking about. We're talking about curiosity as our first point here. And we're saying that the word "the last hope" opens a loop and makes you wonder what the last hope is. So it opens a loop and makes you wonder what the last hope is. And then there is negativity here, guys. The negativity is one of the top 10 elements you're going to look at to make your videos go viral. But of course, from here you can always see what negativity is. Negativity is all about bringing the negativity in every video. Again, if it bleeds, it leads. Most dangerous school brings in a little fear and makes the title more interesting. And of course, there is fear, and then there's authority from the officers who are inside the thumbnail. Now, guys, from just this first example alone, I'm sure you already have so many points to note anytime you're going to create a next thumbnail and title. But it's just getting better, guys. We just gotten started. There is still much more coming, so let's keep going. How would I have rated this thumbnail? So for me, I give this thumbnail a 9.5 out of 10. Now, I don't know how you will have rated this thumbnail. Please give your ratings below in the description section, and then we know how will you rate this thumbnail. Will you give it a 7.5? Will you give it a 9.9? I don't know. I give it a 9.5 because it's an amazing thumbnail, and it was also accompanied by a highly clickable title. Okay, let's look at some other examples here of titles and thumbnails that build curiosity in the minds of the viewers. Now, of course, this is the thumbnail here. This thumbnail got 462,000 views in 1 month. This is just super cool. I hope someday you or me can get some of these views in the next coming few weeks or months by using these techniques I'm going to give you in this video. So this video got 462,000 views in 1 month. Why did this thumbnail do so well? Of course, I'm sure the video also is good, but we're focusing today on majorly on the title and the thumbnail. The thumbnail showing a man who is laughing hysterically and his eyes are closed. Then there are those Pokemon cards. There are those Pokemon cards on the thumbnail, and the Pokemon cards, they have some amazing drawings there which are also intriguing and curiosity driving. And then there is an arrow pointing to the Pokemon cards. Now, if you don't know what Pokemon is a game that people have to play. Most teenagers, even adults, play the game. But nobody does actually buy the Pokemon cards. But he says here he bought Pokemon cards. So let's look at the title. So now the title says, I buy weird Pokemon card bundles on Etsy. So again, Pokemon card is a game that people have to play, but nobody buys Pokemon cards, but he bought them on Etsy. Now, Etsy, I think it's an e-commerce store in the United States of America. So that is the title, that is the thumbnail. Now, of course, we are going to talk about arrows, having arrows in thumbnails. Again, arrows work magic on your thumbnail. So if you can please put or use arrows in your thumbnails, use them. As you can see from this particular thumbnail, it's a bit different from the other one. Why? Because this thumbnail did not have any wordings or any words on the thumbnail itself. It just had a picture of this guy laughing hysterically and then an arrow pointing to the Pokemon cards, which is just compelling without even the words. Of course, there's so many thumbnails outside there. We don't have any words, but from the picture themselves, they make people want to click and watch the video. So that is another thing to keep in mind. Let's look at this hook, this particular technique or element in action. So here's some of the example of putting curiosity in action. Here is a title a title you can use on your YouTube. Number one, the last hope for YouTube beginners. Of course, there's several YouTube beginners on YouTube right now. And not just on YouTube, there's several beginners on almost every field. At any particular time in our lives, there is always thousands of people who are just getting started with that thing. Be it playing a piano, be it swimming lessons, be it fishing, be it karate, be it taekwondo, any sport, guys. There is always somebody starting and is a complete new beginner. So for my case, because I teach mostly on how to do YouTube and how to get views and subscribers on YouTube, I'll say something like the last hope for YouTube beginners. That is, of course, a highly clickable title. Even if I put that on my thumbnail, all YouTube beginners will want to know what is their last hope for them. The last hope word there really builds curiosity and gives them something to start thinking around, that what is this last hope that this man is talking about. I hope you're getting the point right here. Let's look at another example. For all the good and bad reasons, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp have been trending. And of course, a title that came into my mind is Amber Heard's last chance in the defamation trial. I hope you're aware that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard just had their defamation trial, and Johnny Depp, I think, won the case. Look at this title here, Amber Heard's last chance. So if you're a fan of Johnny Depp or Amber Heard, whatever it is you want to know, what's her last chance in the defamation? Do you see how I'm building curiosity using this title, guys? That's what you want to think around when you're building curiosity in the minds of your potential viewers and listeners on YouTube. Let's look at another example here. So we're going to look at different examples here so that I can enable you to start thinking through how to come up with the titles and thumbnails when you're doing your YouTube. So just stick around, guys. For this video, guys, you're going to know a lot in terms of thumbnails and YouTube and getting those views on YouTube. Another good title here that came on my mind is the secret money saving rule I learned in Japan. Now, who doesn't want to make more money? Everybody wants to make more money, guys. Japan is an authority figure, so of course I'm seeing here the authority. Secret, of course, curiosity, guys. There's curiosity, guys, because the secret money saving rule I learned in Japan. So this person basically is telling you a secret that you can use to save money, and this secret came from an authority country called Japan. Because Japan is one of the first world countries and everybody will want to associate with Japan as far as saving money is concerned. I'm sure their domestic saving is quite high. Now I hope, guys, you're getting this thing as we go. Another one here, do this to get him hooked in early stages of dating. Just before I look at this title, guys, the world or everything around you and me revolve around three main things, and that is our health. So everybody is concerned about their health, whether having a good body, getting rid of diabetes, getting rid of cancer, getting rid of high blood pressure, or losing some weight, or having a flat tummy. These things bother a lot of people, almost everybody at all times. So in terms of health, then in terms of wealth, people are concerned about their wealth. So these are the three pillars pillars, guys. The first one is health, the next one is wealth. Everybody, if not all of us, want to make more money at least, so that we are able to afford that vacation, we are able to afford that nice car, the designer clothes, and whatever we want to do, we're able to afford for our families and our children. And then the last pillar is in terms of relationship and love. Majority of us are either in love or out of love or looking for love. People are getting married every day. People are divorcing every day. So things in and around love and relationship, of course, get tons and tons of views on YouTube. So anything you're doing, please make sure you have those three things in your mind. Is your video about health? Is your video about wealth? Or is your video about relationship and love? Be thinking through around these particular pillars of life. So this next topic is on relationship, dating. So this is relationship and love. And this title says, do this to get him hooked in the early stages of dating. High curiosity right there. So many people want to know how to date. This is a good title to go with. As I'm finishing on curiosity, guys, here, these AIs are about to revolutionize biology. So artificial intelligence right here that are about to revolutionize biology. People love change. As much as they don't want to change, but people love it when, oh, there is a change that is coming, even if it will not materialize, but people love to hear about the change that is coming. So that is on curiosity. The next one is deep desire. So you're looking at the viral elements that you should use to make your videos go viral. We look at curiosity, now we're looking at deep desire, which is our number 9. So how do you do deep desire? Now, this is amazing because a lot of people use this, even magazines use this. So how do you use a deep desire? Talk about people's biggest goals. Talk about people's biggest goals. Not something they just kind of want to achieve, but something they deeply and secretly admire in other people. A good example is when you see a nice USV or a Ferrari race down the street and then you make a comment about it. Secretly, you probably admire that car and you want to have that car. Deep desire comes in right there. We probably want that car. Now, another one is when you see supermodels on TV, catwalking on the walkways with amazing bodies. Obviously, if you're a lady, you probably also want to have that body. Also seeing people or couples walking on the beaches barefoot, holding hands, and then you make a comment about it. It means secretly or deeply you kind of admire. And these things are in all of us, guys. Let's not try to think that we are different. We all want to have a good relationship. We all want to have a good body, and we all want to make some little money so that our lives are more comfortable. When talking about deep desire, you want to hit on those things that people secretly admire and wish they had. So here is an example, and this is a very good example of magazines that have used these things all through. Magazines and newspapers use deep desire all the time to grab your attention. So let's look at an example of here, guys. This is the cover page of King magazine. I think this is probably a 2013 edition. And on the front page of this King magazine is Kim Kardashian. Now, of course, Kim Kardashian is a huge household name. But regardless, still, there's a deep, huge desire right here on this magazine. For men, obviously, men will want to have this kind of lady besides them. Now, for women, obviously, they also want to have this kind of body. It's an amazing body, of course, by any societal standards. I don't know what you say. Do you think that Kim has a good body by any societal standards? If you agree, please say yes in the comment section. If you don't agree, say no. There are other people who look better. But anyway, you get the point here. The point is a hit on those secret deep desire that people have. People want to have this good, amazing body and be in the front of these amazing magazines. And these magazines have done this over and over again for hundreds of years. They've used deep desire, which is our subconscious part of our brain, to get our attention and buy their magazines. Here's another example of Men Health, guys, that I don't know which edition was this, but from this cover alone, I'll buy this magazine. Would you buy this magazine? I'll buy this magazine. Why? I even don't know what these people, but I'm sure I'll probably buy this magazine because this magazine is really getting my attention right now. If I see it on the supermarket as I'm walking away, even if I don't buy it, I'll probably have a look at it because the pictures on this magazine are telling a lot. They're really trying to grab my attention and grab my mind to them. Because look at this picture, guys. It's Men's Health, and there is a supermodel right there who are hugging with another probably supermodel man on this front of the magazine. The man is spewing testosterone and the lady is just beautiful. Of course, they are wearing shorts and they just look lovely on this picture, which makes any person want to grab this magazine and buy. In addition to that, besides this amazing couple on this Men's Health magazine, the title and the wordings are chosen specifically. Now, these magazines are very good at this. They choose their wordings and titles very keenly, and those words that pack some emotions that when people see, they want to grab the magazine. First thing that I see there is burn fat fast, which is hey guys, a lot of people are struggling with weight loss, and if they can have something that can help them to burn their fat fast, I'm sure everybody will grab onto that. The next word that captured my attention here, I'm not going to mention the first word, but the next one is seduction. Now, I don't want to mention it because YouTube might flag that word on this channel. So the other word is seduction. There, of course, grabs somebody's attention right there. Now, guys, I hope you're getting the point on how to use deep desire to grab the attention of your potential viewers on YouTube. Let's go ahead and see some thumbnails that people have used before on YouTube. Here is a thumbnail that did so well in terms of deep desire. And the thumbnail and the title says, "The once in a lifetime opportunity to build wealth is coming." Now, from this title, of course, first there is what we call timeliness in this title, which you're going to check timeliness in the next couple of slides. But we're talking about deep desire. There's a huge desire here. The desire here is what? Wealth. Again, the three pillars of life: wealth, health, relationship, and love. Now, this is talking about wealth because the person who did this thumbnail, this title, knows very well that a lot of people are struggling with finances and they want to increase their income. And if you talk about a coming opportunity, a lifetime opportunity actually to build wealth that is coming, I'll highly probably click on that video because, hey guys, I want to make more money. I want to make more back so that my life becomes easier. So the once in a lifetime opportunity to build wealth is coming. Good thing about this title is he has talked about the fact that this thing is coming. It is not with us already, so you're not left out. It means anybody will click on this. Why? Because we all want to be the first people to take advantage of an opportunity that is coming or that presents itself in the near future. We all understand that the first people in every opportunity are always the biggest winners. So this person has a huge promise here, and my hope is that he has delivered on this promise in the video. But regardless, so this video got 227,000 views in only 2 weeks. Now, so why this video worked? This video worked because number one, there is deep desire here, desire to build wealth. Of course, we talked about that. Then there is timeliness. Remember, this person did not say the once in a lifetime opportunity to build wealth is coming in the next 2 weeks. No, he said it is coming, not in the next 2 weeks or next month. It is coming. Then there is epicness. Epicness, we're also going to look at this in the next few slides. Epicness is about lifetime opportunity. So that's an epic thing. It is coming. And then there's curiosity, of course, huge curiosity right here in terms of building wealth that is coming. What is this that is coming in terms of building wealth? We all want to know that. All right, so I gave this a 9.5 out of 10. I know that you agree with me because I think this video did so well, which means the thumbnail was highly clickable. All right, so guys, we're moving along here, and in terms of deep desire here, there's also another amazing thumbnail that I came across right here, and this thumbnail was talking about how to bulk up fast as a skinny guy, my complete guide. Of course, there's a before and after picture of this person, which is just amazing. It's always awesome to have before and after picture. In the before picture, you're seeing there he's skinny, he's trying to lift some weights, and then the after picture right there, he's now muscle up, he's strong, he's built, he's even more confident on himself. So this thumbnail just did so well. Like, this is probably another amazing thumbnail that if you are thinking of doing things in and around working out or any other thing, before and after pictures work so well. That is contrast right there. So use before and after pictures. On the thumbnail again, besides the before and after picture of this person, which is a huge contrast and build a deep desire for most men. If you ask me, most men want to build some muscle, and there's so many skinny men in this world who want to build some muscle. He has added also some terms there, say how I got bigger. Of course, again, the words are in bold. A lot of skinny men want to get bigger, and not just get bigger, but muscle up big. That's what they want, which is called bulking up. The title complements the thumbnail so well because now in the title it says how to bulk up fast as a skinny guy, and then it says my complete guide. My complete guide. It means that from this video is telling you you're going to get the complete guide on how to bulk up as a skinny guy. Now, the good thing again about this title is he has targeted skinny men. So he's very specific in his targeting. He's not targeting everybody, but I'm sure even so many men who are not skinny watch this because there are so many men who want to bulk up just for the sake of bulking up. Now, of course, from this thumbnail alone, without even looking at the video, you can just tell that this video did well. And look at that, it got 1.7 million views in only 2 months. That is just super amazing in terms of the views that this video got. Okay, so how do we use deep desire examples? Let's look at some example very fast before we look at the next element to use in your thumbnails and title. And here's an example, guys, that came to my mind is how to change your love life in 3 weeks. Numbers and time frame. We're going to look at that in the next few slides. So has used a number here in time frame 3 weeks. This person is telling you he's going to show you how to change your love life in 3 weeks. Probably this video is like 10 minutes long, but it's promising you that in 3 weeks is going to change your entire love life. A lot of deep desire here in terms of love. Again, the 3 pillars of life: health, wealth, relationship, and love. There is of course timeline here. There's the use of numbers here, and then love life. So next, let's look at another example. What's another example of a title that somebody can use? How to lose stubborn belly fat fast. Really, without even saying anything, we know that there's so many people outside here struggling with their belly fat. Unfortunately, for most human beings, most of our excess food or excess calories will always be stored in our midsection or our abdomen. And that's why a lot of us always have a bigger midsection or abdomen. Why? Because most of the calories are stored there. And because of that, we know that doesn't look nice on most of us. Thanks to Hollywood superstars who are always having a flat tummy. We all want to have those flat tummy and six-pack. Belly fat is something a lot of people are struggling with. And if I can get a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video on how to lose my stubborn belly fat fast, I'll run and watch that video very fast, because I want to lose my belly fat very fast. And that is the promise here. Is promising you you're going to lose your belly fat, not just lose it, but lose it fast, which most human beings want. It brings me to another important point, guys. When you're showing these titles and thumbnails, please be cognizant of the time frame you're giving people. People don't want to lose belly fat in 1 year or 5 years. People don't want to get wealthy in 10 years. People don't want to be in love in 2 years. People want these things fast. How can I lose my belly fat in the next 1 month? How can I get the girl of my dreams in the next 6 weeks? How can I be wealthy in the next 3 months? That's what people want. Especially young adults, they don't want to waste time to get some of these things. As much as we know that it's almost a fallacy that you can't lose belly fat in 1 week or 2 days. But of course, try and also be as rational and logical with a time frame as possible. Don't tell people how to lose belly fat in 6 hours. Now that will be too huge of a promise, which you know you won't keep. Let's move along here, guys. I hope you're enjoying this video, guys. Again, so here is another title: start doing this and never be poor or broke again. So I'm giving you very good examples of titles you can use in your thumbnails and the title section on your video. And please be cognizant again of the words I'm using on my title. This one says start doing this. So curiosity right there. Start doing this. He doesn't show you what it is. He doesn't tell you what it is, at least not in the title, but start doing this and never be poor or broke again. So never is a good word to use onto your titles and thumbnails. This person is promising you that if you do this thing that is going to show you in this particular video, you'll never be poor and broke again. We know a lot of our friends and family members are struggling with paying their credit card bills. They're struggling with meeting their financial obligations. But this title is telling you, if you watch this video and do this, you'll never be poor and broke again. A lot of people are going to click on that video and watch. Again, please make sure that you keep your promise, or you keep your promise in the video. Another title here is how to build confidence fast as an anxious adult. Anxiety is a lot of things that a lot of people are struggling with. Now, from this title, guys, and from the ones you've checked before, you can see that most of these titles are dealing with things that human beings, me and you, are struggling on a daily basis. Anxiety, belly fat, health, wealth, relationship, love. They're things that we're struggling with on a daily basis. So how to build confidence fast as an anxious adult is another title right there. And then another one is how to buy your first duplex as a first-time real estate investor. So I'm sure you know of a real estate investor who wants to buy his first duplex or his first house. And this is a title that is going to go down so well with some of these people. All right, so moving along, guys, in our next element is timeliness. Now, timeliness is very, very key when talking about thumbnails and titles. So let's look at what timeliness is. So how does timeliness work? Timeliness work this way. It talks about make a video about what's on everybody's mind right now. So here is about news jacking and trend jacking. It's all about catching what's trending, catching what's on the news, catching what people are talking about right now, what is in the mouth of people everywhere you go. By the time of shooting this video, everybody's talking about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp's defamation trial. So if I have a channel that talks about news or things related to celebrities, I'll obviously have something about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp defamation trial. So you must be timely in terms of the things you're talking about. Whatever it is, guys, there's always something trending in each and every small niche in this world at any given time. So your duty is to jump on the trend and create a video in and around this trend or take advantage of the trend and create a video of it. That is not to say if you're shooting videos on telling people how to fish, then you're going to force the story of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp onto your fishing videos. No, don't do that. Look for what is trending in your niche and then catch that trend and see how you can use that trend in your next video. That is what we call timeliness. So let's look at examples of thumbnails that killed it using this element of timeliness. So here are some of these thumbnails that are killing it using the timeliness element. Here is a title of somebody, and this person, I love the facial expression of this person, and this person has shown us a lot of non-verbal communication cues that human beings will pick subconsciously. Let's first of all discuss non-verbal communication that this person has used on this thumbnail. This person is holding his thumbs open like this, which means he's inviting you to help him think through this. Like, if there's something that is bothering him, and as you can see, his teeth is out, his jaws are kind of stretching out, his end of the lip is stretching out. If you look at his face, guys, you can see that he's opened his eyes wide, his mouth is open, we can see his teeth. There's probably something that he's wondering about, and he's trying to try and talk about that thing on this video. So the facial expression and the hand gestures tell a lot. Now you can also see that his shoulder is kind of raised a bit. The raising of the shoulder always signify a question mark, like what's going on here? Talking of question mark, of course, there's a question mark on the title and also the thumbnail. And on the thumbnail, it says, "What's time to invest in index fund?" And then there's a question mark right at the end of it all. So it means he's asking a question, he's probably wondering something, and he's probably want to tell us something about the worst time to invest in index fund. No doubt, so many people want to invest in stock exchange and things like index fund and the rest. And people are wondering, okay, is this the worst time? Should I put my money in or should I remove my money? And that is the question probably he's trying to answer in this video. Please be cognizant of some of these words. Worst time to invest in index fund. This video did amazing, and in 4 days alone, in 4 days, guys, this video got 31,000 views. So let's look at some of the reasons why this thumbnail and title worked. Number one, there is negativity. Again, negativity, guys, I'm going to mention this over and over again. If it bleeds, it leads. So negativity there. Is this the worst time? It's now the worst time. Negativity right there. For some reason, human beings are more cognizant and they're more aware of negative things than positive things. And that is why negativity works all the time. And that is why all major news outlets use negativity on the first few news that they show to their audiences. So if you can use negativity, please use negativity. Next, where this one was, is there's curiosity in terms of investing in index fund, and it's asking, is this the worst time? So there's some curiosity there. Is this the worst time? He has opened a huge loop there in the minds of his potential viewers. Timeliness is now the worst time. Remember, he didn't say is June the worst time or is 2025 the worst time. He said is now the worst time. This title can be relevant even 50 years from today, because somebody will read it like is now the worst time. I gave this a 9.2 out of 10, but I feel like I should have given it probably a 9.7 or 6. What do you think, guys? Again, in the description section, please, let's keep chatting there. We'll be glad to read the comments. Other people will be glad to read your comments. How did you rate this thumbnail? How can you rate this thumbnail? Please put it down. Out of 10, guys, how can you rate this? Did I give it a fair rating, or do you think maybe you could have given it a 9.9 or maybe a 10 out of 10? Next is another example that has used timeliness so well. Again, Russia and Ukraine have been on our news bulletins and on our TV for the wrong reasons for the past few months, guys. And everybody's talking about Russia invading Ukraine and how it has been bad for the entire nation and the entire world in terms of one country invading another country. And of course, Russia has gone through some economic sanctions from other countries, and countries have stopped doing business with Russia. I just had McDonald's stop doing business in Russia. YouTube itself said they're not going to monetize any video for people who are living in Russia. So actually, YouTube has technically kicked Russia out of YouTube. This person has, of course, catched a trend. The trend was Russia and Ukraine, and then he did a video on the failed logistics of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Of course, we know Russia and the military logistics, they are so good, but here he's talking about a failed. Again, negativity right there, negativity all the time. Failed logistics of Russia's invasion. Russia, again, an authority country right there, and then the invasion of Ukraine. Also, Ukraine is a country that is right time known since Russia invaded them. This video, obviously, for obvious reasons, this video's just got millions of views. We're talking about 6.4 million views in just a week, guys. In a week, this video got 6.4 million views. So trend jacking, news jacking, catching the trend, using the trend to build a story and teach people something is always an amazing way to do this and get those views and subscribers that you need on YouTube in your videos. So let's look at this hook in action. So what are some of the ways that you can come up with titles that are compelling and thumbnails that are compelling that going to make people to click through and watch your video. Here's an example, the fate of US housing. That's a good example. And then the fate of cryptocurrency. Of course, cryptocurrency has been trending for probably the past 5 years right now, and it's just on an upward trend. If you are new on YouTube and you want to start a channel and you probably know something about crypto and digital currency, you can think of starting a YouTube channel in and around cryptocurrency and digital currency. So the first fate of cryptocurrency is something that people are going to click on because everyone right now is speculating about cryptocurrency and digital currency and the Bitcoin all across the globe as we go and as we approach 2025 and beyond. Next is how a zero-star recruit became an MBA superstar. We're talking about timeliness here, guys. We're talking about things that doesn't have time. They can be used right now. They can be used in the next few weeks. They can be used in the next 3 years or in the next 10 years. People will still be watching these things. 20 Halloween candies you should never eat. So Halloween is a festive event that happens in America, I think almost every November of every year, if I'm not wrong. During Halloween, people take a lot of candies, but this title is telling us that some 20 Halloween candies you should never eat. So, of course, people who celebrate this festive will be curious to know what are these candies I should never eat during Halloween. There's a use of number there, which is 20. We're going to talk about use of numbers and time frame in your titles. And then there is the word never. Never there is a huge word that captures the attention of your potential viewers and listeners. So the example here on timeliness, guys, is the 6 top stock to buy in June of 2021. This particular title, of course, it's specific to a particular time in our lifespan as human beings. It's talking about only June of 2021. I wish this person could have said just June and lived 2021. It means this video could have been relevant each and every year. But right now, because he mentioned 2021, this video might not be relevant in 2024 moving forward. Finally, on this timeliness, housing market, correction or crash, then and when. This is an amazing title which you can also use. Okay, now after timeliness, we come to our next, which is time frame. Another element to make your video go viral is time frame. What's the difference between time frame and timeliness? Now, timeliness, of course, it's a video or it's time that spans across tens of thousands of years in the future. But time frame here now giving people a goal to achieve in a particular time frame, a goal to achieve maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 10 years, giving people some time frame to achieve some specific goal. So it says how to use time frame here. Tell the audience how long it will take them to reach a particular specific goal. That is what time frame is. Again, you're going to see in our next slide. These things revolves around health, wealth, relationship, and love. Always. Let's look at this. So here's an example of a thumbnail that used time frame element to get 139,000 views in 2 weeks. So let's discuss this. How did he use time frame here? The first one is we're seeing a lady there. There's makeup there, which is important. They're called props in videos. So that's a nice prop there. And then there are books there. He has held some books, like I think 5 books there in his hands, and is looking at us. And we can also see the books right there. Here is now where it gets interesting. On the thumbnail, he has jotted down some 3 words, and these words are: you are reading wrong. Negativity again, guys. This negativity thing just keeps working all the time. If it bleeds, finish that up. It leads. You are reading wrong. There's so many people interested in reading. The people who are starting to read today, the people have been reading for years and years. I myself, I like to read. I read so many books. This is a video I'm probably going to look at it right after I finish this video because I want to know how to read. I don't want to read wrong. There's so many amazing books to read. I don't know how many books I still have on my phone that I want to read. There's so many, and I don't want to read wrong. I want to read right. So this lady is telling you, you are reading wrong. And then the title says, become a better reader in 8 minutes. Become a better reader in 8 minutes. Time frame right there. Good use of time frame. This lady is promising us that in 8 minutes, he's going to show us how to read right in just 8 minutes. What a better promise than that. This video, I'll highly click on this video to go and watch it. In just under 8 minutes, somebody's going to tell me how to read properly and get the most from my books. I'm in, all in, without even thinking I'm going to click on this video. So why did this work? Of course, we mentioned some of the reasons why this title and this thumbnail work. And of course, some of the reasons are time frame. He has given us a short time frame. Now, I've alluded to this before. When you're giving people a time frame to achieve a specific goal, please be mindful of the time frame you're giving people. I don't want to learn to become a better reader in 6 months. No, I want to learn to become a better reader in 8 minutes, not 6 months. I don't have 6 months to spare. Remember, human beings are so conscious of the fact that they're growing old and someday they will die. And hence, They don't want to spend a lot of time to learn something or get something or be good at something. The shorter amount of time you can teach a human being something, the better for you and the better for your video to be clicked at and be watched. So Timeframe is here that makes this video work. Then there's a huge benefit here for people who love to read. The benefit here is becoming a better reader. And then of course there's curiosity. We've talked about curiosity in our first element to go make videos go viral. And then there's negativity, which I've also mentioned there. So how will you rate this particular thumbnail? Again, ratings down in the description section. I'll be glad to read them. Other people are going to read how you rate this. Will you give it a 9.5? Will you give it an 8.5? How will you rate this particular thumbnail? Let's keep chatting on the comment section. The next title here, of course, also talks about time frame. And here the title was how I plan to reinvent myself and change my life in 1 year. So this is a huge promise here, guys. Again, I don't know how these things are possible, but this person is promising you that in 1 year he's going to tell you his plan to reinvent himself and change his entire or her entire, sorry, it's her entire life here. I think she's a lady. Her entire life. I didn't like the thumbnail though so much. First of all, the pictures were not good qualities. The wordings on the thumbnail were not popping out. They were not bold. I wish you could have used maybe a different color to make the wordings on the thumbnail come out so people can read them clearly. Nevertheless, the video did well and got 157,000 views in just 1 month. So let's look at Timeframe in action. What are some of the titles you can use as far as Timeframe is concerned? Here's a title: Become a better runner in 3 minutes. Awesome. There's so many people who are starting to run. There's so many people who want to know how to run. There's so many people who are interested in running. And if you can teach them how to run in 3 minutes, that will be something that they'll be interested to learn. Become a better investor in 10 minutes. Huge promise here, guys. A huge promise. I don't know how somebody's going to teach you to become a better investor in 10 minutes, but I'm sure probably the video backed up the promise. And as we all know, me and you, a lot of people are starting to invest in things like digital currency, stocks market, index fund, bonds, and they don't want to go through all these books of Warren Buffett and read The Intelligence Investor and read Tony Robbins' Money and read all these amazing books because it takes time to read books. People don't even like to read some of these non-fiction books. And if they can get a video that teaches them how to become better investors in 10 minutes, I'm sure the video got so many views. The next example of a title you can use here in terms of time frame is this. The title says, I tested viral AB workout for 30 days and this happened. So time frame there, 30 days, this happened. Please take note of the time frame. They're not long time frame. They're very short. Actually, they're just days and minutes. Some of them are just minutes, some of them are just days. Next, I bought a trending altcoin and this happened. I'm not seeing time frame there, so I'm going to skip on that. Next is how I plan to visit all America's national parks in 1 year. So for those who like to travel and tour different places, here is a good video that you can watch to show you how to travel all the American and national parks in 1 year. America is a huge country. There's so many national parks, and I'm sure for people who like to travel, they want to go through all the national parks. And this video is teaching you, if you have the money, I can show you how to travel all the parks in just 1 year. So a huge promise right there. I hope that the video backed up the promise. And this one hits home, guys. This one hits home for those who are trying to build YouTube channels. And it says how I plan to get 100,000 subscribers in 1 year. I'll want to get 100,000 subscribers in 1 year. I don't know how many subscribers I have at the time I'm shooting this video. I probably have some few thousands of subscribers. So this video right here is promising me that in 1 year I can make 100,000 subscribers, and the plan that he used or she used is going to show me. So again, there's the use of numbers here and the use of time frame there. Right there. The other one is how to relieve lower back pain in seconds. How to relieve lower back pain in seconds. Do you see how the time frame is just too short? There's nobody so far in the titles we've gone through who has promised something in 5 years or 10 years. All of them are 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 days, in seconds. The second last title here says how to relieve lower back pain in seconds. I don't know how that is possible, but maybe it's possible because there are always some posters if you use, you can relieve your lower back pain. The next one is the fastest possible way. Please take note of these terms. The fastest possible way to retire off dividends. Then the last one here is 1 cup keto Nutella in 10 minutes. So the next video viral element is on beginners tips. So there are so many people beginning something somewhere in almost each and every niche in the economy. You mentioned it. It can be in the fishing industry. It can be in the make money online niche. It can be in the ballet niche. It can be in the dancing niche. It can be in the karate, taekwondo, MMA. It can be on how to start a YouTube channel, how to start a podcast. There's always somebody who wants to begin to know something. And that's why beginner videos on YouTube do so well. So one viral video element you can use in your videos is beginner video tips. So let's look at how to put this into practice. Now, one, you need to call out your beginners specifically. Now, this is very important, and you're going to see this. Specifically point them out. Don't say beginner's tip for YouTube content creators. Say beginner's tip for specific content YouTube creators. So be as specific as possible in terms of whatever you want to talk about, and tell them how to reach their goals. So the beginner's tips always, of course, when you begin something, you have some goal you want to attain or achieve. So make sure that you tell your beginners or the people you're teaching something that if they do whatever you're telling them to do, they're going to reach some specific goal, because everybody has a goal. If I start to do weightlifting today, of course I'll have some goal. Maybe I need to build some muscle, or I need to lose some weight, or I need to bulk up. Whatever goal I have, please tell me that I'm going to reach that goal in those beginners tips. And then make a guide to help beginners get started. So you be a guide. People don't like heroes so much. You don't be a hero, be a guide. Guide them through the path they want to go through and on to their destination or goal. Now this works because beginners are eager to learn, and they are the largest part of any market. Now, of course, that one goes without saying. Beginners are the largest part in every given market. Now, there's a good example of a thumbnail that did so great. It was a thumbnail and the title of beginners. Let's dissect this thumbnail and see why this thumbnail got over 126,000 views in only 3 weeks. That is a high amount of views in a very short period of time. So one is on Gospel 101. The first thing that hits me when I look at this thumbnail is not the image of the person, but it's on the title or the words on the thumbnail, which is Gospel 101. If you're into any institution of higher learning, you probably heard something like Music 101, Calculus 101, Statistics 101, maybe Informatics 101, or Biopharmacy 101. Whatever it is, 101 is always a term that is used to describe beginners. So that's why in this thumbnail, this person has used the term Gospel 101. It's a universal concept that is known. If you use something like Gospel 101, people know, oh, this is a beginner's video or a beginner's tutorial that is meant for specifically people who are beginning to do gospel. But on a closer look on the thumbnail, this person is playing a piano. So I'm sure there are some piano lessons even before I look at the title of this video. This person is probably teaching beginner lessons for those who are starting piano today, but specifically on gospel. So you can see how specific this thumbnail is. It's only for people playing gospel. Now, of course, I'm sure even if you're not going to play gospel on your piano, you can still learn something from here. But as far as this thumbnail is concerned, he or the person who created this thumbnail, this video, was specifically targeting gospel artists or people who want to play gospel music on their piano. So let's look at the title. The title here says Gospel Piano 101, Beginner Piano Lessons. So the title is very specific. It's on gospel and it's a piano and it's for beginner lessons. Now you can see how specific this beginner element, video viral element is. So why did this work? The first thing is it's beginner. So again, what we've said previously, the beginners form the largest section of every market or each and every niche you can think about. So obviously people want to watch beginner piano lessons. Also, it's on gospel. This one is as specific as possible to gospel. The third thing is he has used the word lessons. So of course people know these are tutorials, these are lessons they're going to learn something from. And it's only 6 minutes and 40 seconds long. Plus on the thumbnail, this person is smiling and his fingers are on the piano. Meaning even without reading what's on the title or what's written on the thumbnail, I can just get the picture in my mind that the person here is teaching something or telling something about playing piano with your fingers. So that is so obvious from this particular thumbnail. Next, of course, the reason why this one works, of course, there's the beginner tip. There is the curiosity part of it. There's some curiosity here for those who want to learn piano. And it's also intriguing title, so to speak. Now, I don't know how much you're going to rate this particular thumbnail, but again, guys, please rate the thumbnail below. Is it a 9.5? Is it a 9.6? Is it a 7? Rate it out of 10. For me, I can give this a 9.2 out of 10. Okay, so let's look at some of the beginner tips in action. What are some of the titles you can use on your title section or on the thumbnail if you're using beginner tips as a hook to drive click-through to your videos? So here's an example, Shopify 101, beginner e-commerce lesson. If you're familiar with e-commerce and Shopify, of course, you know Shopify is an e-commerce store that enables anybody to start selling things online. Shopify is a Canadian firm that allows you and me or anybody else who is interested in e-commerce to set up a store and a website under Shopify and start selling stuff. Next is Nature Photography 101. Of course, there's so many people who are interested in doing photography of nature, and this will be a good title to have on a thumbnail or on the title to attract those click-through rates. Next is how to get your first push-ups, beginner calisthenics and motivation. This is interesting. Now, I don't get it. How comes people cannot do push-ups? I just don't understand it, because I've always done push-ups for as long as I've been going to the gym. But I get this feeling that there's so many people, which kind of intrigues me. There's so many people who can't do push-ups. It's interesting. So I'm sure this video, how to get the first push-up, got so many views on YouTube because so many people don't know how to do push-ups. I mean, I can't do 100 push-ups at a go, but I can do up to 50 push-ups in one go. But it's so interesting that so many people don't know how to do push-ups. Nah, I don't know. Do you know how to do push-ups? I don't know. But if there's a video like this and I didn't know how to do push-ups and I'm a beginner calisthenic person, I'll want to watch that video. The next example here is Amazon FBA tutorial for beginners in 2021, step by step. Let me just add something here, guys, before I move on to the next title example. Is you can always add the word beginner and step by step in your titles. Those three words really pack a punch when you want to get those click-through rates and people to watch your videos. Like this particular last title here, say Amazon FBA tutorials for beginners in 2021, step by step tutorial. You understand that? You could have added the word step by step tutorial. Will even have made this better. So again, please, I hope you're noting these words like beginner, step by step, and the likes. We're moving on here. The next one is how to buy your first apartment complex step by step. Again, here you see this person also used step by step. So step by step, because as a beginner, remember, you don't know even where to start. So you don't want somebody to take you like you're an advanced or you're intermediate. You want somebody to take you through those baby steps one at a time until you reach where you want to reach. That's why if for beginners, always tell them that you're giving them a step-by-step tutorial so that they're able to follow through in your lessons. It just makes beginners feel at ease when they know you're going to take them through step by step. I'm sure you get the point. All right, guys. So we have done the first 5. Now here are the last 5 elements to take your video viral on YouTube. Please continue to buckle up and move closer so that you get down to the last 5. The last 5 here is of list. If you look at YouTube right now, there's so many videos on list and numbers. So this is what I was talking about earlier, using lists and numbers. So how does this work? This is how list works. List things out. It's as simple as that. 5 elements. Like this particular video is titled 10 viral video elements to grow your YouTube channel or your YouTube videos. So list, have some number onto your title or onto your thumbnail. Now, when you give people a number like 5 or 10 or 7, you give people something to wrap their heads around so they can move along with you in your video. People love numbers. People love something to wrap their head around when they're watching your video. Another caveat or another important thing that I want you to keep note here is that subconsciously human beings wrap their heads around odd numbers more than even numbers. This is what I mean. It is easy for somebody to remember 3 than to remember 4. For some reason, that is just how our brains work. People remember odd numbers more than they remember even numbers. So you're going to list things out. List them, try to make them odd than even. I ran this from a social media mogul called Ty Lopez. If you're familiar with Ty Lopez, he's an amazing guy. He's made millions of dollars online. And one thing he taught me is always use odd numbers, not even numbers. And of course it works. If you read any psychology books, human beings wrap their heads around better with odd numbers than with even numbers. All right, let's move along. Now, here's the first thumbnail we're going to discuss as far as list is concerned. Now, again, with list, you can also replace it with numbers, either list or numbers. So this is video or a thumbnail that got 210,000 views in only 3 weeks. So these videos are getting thousands of views in a very short span of time. From the thumbnail itself, there is no word on that thumbnail, but I can see that guy there is smiling, is happy, is like, hey, watch this out. He's pointing with his finger like, watch this out. He's holding his laptop right there. And then there are some, screenshots or there's some screenshots of some wordings there which he has put on the screen, which builds a lot of curiosity because people are like, what is he pointing at? Again, pointers work so well. So what is he pointing at and why does he feel happy to share whatever he wants to share? So there's a lot of curiosity being built from the thumbnail, which makes somebody want to click or at least look at the title. So that brings us to the titles. The title says top 20 MacBook tips for productivity. So of course, these are MacBook. A lot of people own MacBook, especially in America and across the world. And now it's giving you top 20 MacBook tips for productivity. Because one thing we know about struggling a lot with productivity and procrastination. And for me personally, of course, I have not had so much problem with procrastination productivity, especially since I did an amazing course by someone called Brian Johnson in the Optimize Me Coach program. It's an amazing program. You can go right now on Google and just type in Optimize Me by Brian Johnson. It's an amazing 10-month program on productivity. I was productive, but that program just took my productivity to a whole new level. So I know productivity is something that people are really struggling with, as also is procrastination. So many of us procrastinate on doing the things we know are important to us. So this person is telling you, you can use your MacBook and increase your productivity, and he's giving you top 20 tips to do this. All right, so there's the list. So why did this work? Of course, there's a benefit here. Definitely, you are going to benefit in terms of increasing your productivity. And then there is list, numbers. People will love numbers to wrap their heads around. So again, how will you rate this? I don't know. I didn't give this a rating. Please, let's rate this thumbnail down in the description below, plus the title. Of course, every thumbnail goes the title. Again, guys, I want to emphasize on this. Your title is supposed to complement your thumbnail. Okay, we're going to look at that in the next slide. Talking of lists, here is another example of an amazing thumbnail and title that got 2 million views, guys. Yes, 2 million views in 1 month. This is what this video got, thanks to the thumbnail and the title. Now, if you're familiar with the faces on the screen, of course, these faces are from the popular series called Peaky Blinders, if I'm not wrong, and their faces tell it all. There is some level of anger on their faces, and the other one is pointing to the other one. Plus, there's a red arrow pointing to the other person with a heart. So there's so many things going on in this picture. These people are in suits and they are angry at each other. The other one is wearing a hat. The other one is pointing at the other one, and then there's also another red arrow pointing to the eyes of that person. A lot of curiosity here, guys. So much curiosity here that makes somebody wanna click. To make it even much better, the wording on the thumbnail is the 3-second rule. A shorter time frame, because human beings don't like long time frames. So it's only 3-second rule. And the title just did an amazing job in complementing the thumbnail. So let's look at the title. The title here said the 4 psychological tricks to command respect immediately. As human beings, of course, especially with men and ego, we want a lot of respect and we want it immediately. So this person is giving you psychological tricks. People love the word psychology because it's about playing with the mind. It's about the 48 laws of power and all these things about playing with people's brain and controlling people. So people love some of these terms. And then there's the next time is even better, tricks. So of course we want the tricks, we want the secrets, we want those things that are not obvious to everybody. We want to have some information that not everybody have. And then to command respect, then there's the term immediately. So people don't want to command respect after 20 years. People want them immediately. So this particular thumbnail and video and title did an amazing job. Thanks to, of course, the thumbnail, because he used an authority or famous faces on this thumbnail, which are people from Peaky Blinders. It's an amazing series. You should watch it. I think it's on Netflix. You can watch Peaky Blinders and learn a lot from it. So now let's look at some of the examples of title. Use this hook called list. Here is the other one. Again, guys, please, as much as possible, try and use odd numbers instead of even numbers. Hey, that one say, the first one is top 10 YouTube tips for a faster growth. Top 10 tips. Already those words are super key for faster growth, guys. Be mindful of some of these words. So this drives a lot of curiosity in the minds of your YouTubers who want to grow on YouTube. Next is the top 5 Zillow tips for finding your next house. I even don't know what Zillow tips are, but wherever they are, if I'm looking for my next house, I'll definitely want to know what are the top 5 tips to finding my next house, because so many people are looking for their house, for new houses each and every day. Next is 4 psychological tricks to win a negotiation immediately. So what's some of the tricks you can win a negotiation? Again, tied to the last thumbnail we've looked at, is about respect. It's about ego coming here into play. It's all about playing with people's psychology here and understanding how people's brain work, especially the things they don't know about themselves that did are affecting them. Some of these words really affect people psychologically. Next, again, the term psychological keeps appearing here. 5 psychological tricks to quit procrastinating immediately. Again, procrastinating. People procrastinate a lot. There's so many people procrastinating to do the things they want to do. Even right now, I'm sure there's something you're procrastinating with. Whatever it is, if you had such a video, maybe it can help you deal with your procrastination. So next is 29 easy things that make you a cool person. 29 easy things. Get notes of some of these words. Easy things. So 29, not difficult. People don't like difficult things. People like to make their work easy. That's why we like to Netflix, chill, and binge on food. We don't want to do difficult things that makes us think a lot, takes a lot of effort from us, a lot of time. As much as we know it is true, nothing comes easy, but just tell me the easiest way I can get through and get what I want in terms of my health, wealth, and my relationship and love. Next, I quit my $120,000 job after learning 3 things. Wow. Job, quit, $120,000, learning 3 things. This is a very nice use of numbers and time and list on a title. This one works so well because first of all, there is money element there, a number there which is 3, and then quitting there. Hey, who quits a $120,000 job? Who does that? That builds a lot of curiosity in the mind of potential viewers. Next here is top 10 most harmful foods people keep eating. Yes, of course, dieting, eating, health, it's something that is trending, has been trending and will continue to trend. And of course, there's this paleo debate going on. There is the carnivorous food debate going on. And everybody's trying new types of food every now and then. People want to try exotic fruits from Bali. People want to try some secret recipe from Japan. Whatever it is, things in around eating healthy and dieting is all over the news and all over YouTube. So I'm sure this title really got a lot of views. 5 biggest tornadoes in all history. This is now dealing with human calamities. 5 biggest, guys, tornadoes in all history. Remember, this all history. Okay, right, guys. So on our last 4, the next 4 is new opportunities. Of course, this is also a good one. Let's see how this works. New opportunity, how does it work? How does it work? Show your audience a new way of achieving their goal. People have tried dozens and dozens of things to achieve their goals, be it in their health. They've tried so many things, be it in their relationships. They've tried so many things, be it in their wealth and finances. They've tried so many things, but mostly people fail. Of course, 80% of us will fail in almost everything we do. So a new opportunity is telling people, hey, I know you've tried these 10 things, but here is this one thing that's going to give you a new chance in attaining your goals in terms of your health, your relationship, or your wealth. So new opportunity is a good promise to give people onto your thumbnails or your titles to increase on those click-through rates on YouTube. So it brings us back to another title that we checked some times back. And this one, of course, again, I didn't like the thumbnail so much, but either way, let's look at the title here. The title says how I plan to reinvent myself and change my life in 1 year. So this person or this lady is giving you a new opportunity that, hey, these are the things I plan to do to reinvent myself. Maybe you can also put them into practice and reinvent yourself. I hope you get the point here. So why did this one work? There's a huge promise here. It's telling you these things I plan to use are going to reinvent my life and change my life forever. And there's a time frame here. Remember, this person is going to change your entire life, and he or she is telling you, I'm only going to do this for you in 1 year. After 1 year, your life will never be the same again. So a huge promise here, a huge curiosity here. That is the element of time frame right here, and even timeliness, guys. Now, so far, guys, I hope you're realizing that people use these elements, not just 1 or 2, but people try to use like 3, 4, 5 of these elements at the same time on their thumbnail and their title. So please take note of that. And we're going to talk about that probably at the tail end of this video. So again, I didn't rate this. You can rate it the way you feel appropriate. Here's another example of new opportunities, giving people a new hope and chance to do something. Of course, one thing I didn't mention is under new opportunities about telling people that here is a new hope for you. I know you've tried millions of things, but here's something that is going to revolutionize what you've tried and you've not achieved yet. In this next example, there is this lady who is serious but beautiful and looking at us with some stern eyes. Of course, telling us, hey, check me out here. There is something I need to tell you, and it's very serious from the picture of the lady on the thumbnail. And there's some words of the thumbnail which says, if you want to be confident, you need to stop these habits. People are struggling with these things. All of us, most of us are struggling with confidence issues and self-esteem issues. No doubt, at least all of us have struggled with this at some point in our lives. And this video is promising us that if you stop these habits, then you're going to increase your confidence. I wish you could have used some numbers like these 3 habits or these 4 habits. Actually, he has done that. In the title, he goes ahead and says 10 bad habits that destroy your confidence. So he's going to show you 10 bad habits that destroy your confidence. Are you struggling with confidence? I don't know. If you are, then this is a video for you. No wonder this video got 250,000 views in just 11 days. So in less than 2 weeks, this video got over 500,000 views. That is amazing. Thanks to the thumbnail and the title. There's a number there which is 10, and then there is bad, which is negativity, destroy again, which is negativity. So you see, he has used the list, which is or a number. He has used negativity right here, and is giving people a huge promise to increase their confidence by stopping these 10 bad habits. I hope you're wrapping your head around these viral video elements that you should start using immediately in your videos and your thumbnails. All right, so let's look at the opportunity in action by looking at some of the examples of titles you can use. And by the way, you're welcome to take these titles and use them on your thumbnail or on your title in YouTube. So our first example here is 10,000 followers in 10 days, my new strategy. Wow, huge promise here, guys. 10,000 followers. I don't know whether this is on Instagram or whatever, but whatever it is, guys, huge promise here. Huge curiosity, guys, huge benefit for somebody who wants to get 10,000 followers on Instagram, because I know followers is a thing on Instagram or even in any social media platform. People are chasing followers and subscribers. And this person telling you that he has a new strategy, which is a new opportunity to get 10,000 followers in just 10 days. So the use of time frame there, short time frame, and then a huge promise, and then of course there's a list there, so 10 or a number there, which is 10,000 followers. Another one here is the minimalistic approach to online business. Minimalistic approach to online business. Of course, so many people are struggling with online business. The minimalistic approach to online business, how we doubled our revenue. So this person telling you they doubled their revenue using this minimalistic approach to online business. So that is on new opportunity. Next is epic or extreme. Okay, now guys, we are the tail end right here, right now. So we are looking at epic or extreme. So pay closer attention because now it's just getting better. So many videos use epic or extreme. Almost all Mr. Beast videos are epic or extreme. They're things that no normal person can think of doing or trying. And how do you use epic or extreme? Epic or extreme is do something epic or extreme or talk about an epic or extreme topic. Let's just go into it and see how this works. So here is an example of a thumbnail and title that got over 275,000 views in less than 2 weeks. 275,000 views, guys. On this title, there is somebody holding something like a broken plane. This is like a handheld plane that is broken. The cockpit is all gone. The words used on this is instant delivery for everyone on Earth. Okay, I don't get it, but I know that this is so this is probably a drone, not a plane, because he's talking about instant delivery for everyone on Earth. So there's the word instant delivery for everybody on Earth. That is epic. You want to tell me there is a drone somewhere that can deliver anything instantly in any corner of the world? That is an epic or extreme promise right there. So there's the word F, which is used some at the top right corner of his thumbnail, which I don't know what that F is, but maybe that just increases the curiosity of people who potentially are going to view this video. Let's look at the title, guys. The title says this delivery tech is the closest thing to teleportation. So if you're familiar with teleportation, it's about things disappearing and appearing in another time or space in some part of the world. So it's about appearing and disappearing. So it's actually the closest to teleportation. It's like I'm here right now, and if I want to be in China, I can be there in seconds by disappearing from here and appearing in China in the next like 5 seconds or something like that. So let's look at why this worked. So there is curiosity here. Of course, we've mentioned curiosity. This title opens a loop and doesn't tell you anything about the delivery technology except that it's like teleportation. So there's a huge curiosity there. And then there is epicness, of course, and extreme things going on this thumbnail and the title. I didn't rate this, please guys. How will you rate this? I can give this a 9.5 out of 10. This thumbnail I chose specifically because they did well. So these ones are going to be highly rated thumbnails. So let's look at another example here, guys, on epicness or extremeness. There is somebody right there with a orange shirt and some blue pants, and is standing inside a huge ICT room, obviously, with a lot of wires and probably cables and servers of some farm, probably. This huge, from the title itself, these are huge servers, whatever they are. I think they're servers. They're huge servers. They are in their numbers. They go deep down inside that room, and you can see the size of these servers vis-a-vis the size of the person in the orange t-shirt. Of course, he has pointed there me to see how small he is compared to those servers. Plus, he has the Bitcoin infamous symbol on his thumbnail. So obviously, there is something to do with the cryptocurrency while we look at the thumbnail of this particular video. Of course, if you want to learn more, then next we look at the title. So let's look at the title of this particular video. The title says, inside the passive 20 million Bitcoin mine. So this is probably where they're mining Bitcoin. Again, if you're familiar with Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin has people we call miners. Miners are the people who create the blocks in Bitcoin. So inside the 20 million Bitcoin mine, huge epic number here, which is 20 million, and Bitcoin, of course, is a trending topic right now at the time of producing this video. So what are some of the examples of epicness in action? Here's some titles you can use. This new ab workout is the closest thing to an instant six-pack. Hello gentlemen, yes, you need an instant six-pack. There's a video for you right here. Again, epic or extreme. Next year, this new crypto project is the closest thing to a magic money machine. So crypto, again, a trending topic, closest thing to a magic money machine. Who doesn't want to have a money machine in their house? Next, inside America's most expensive restaurant. So most expensive restaurant, again, epic or extreme there. America there is an authority country, so he has used the term wisely in his title. Next, behind the scenes of a passive 10 million real estate portfolio. Passive there is an important word to use. Real estate, people would like to invest in real estate. And passive, of course, here makes somebody think, oh, I don't have to work work so hard, because passive income is simply doing a very minimal amount of work and getting huge returns. So from this title is get $10 million doing very minimal work in real estate. Next title here is scientists have found the most horrible planet in the known universe. Very epic here. We're talking about the galaxy here, guys. Very epic and extreme. Next, I made a giant 30-pound Kit Kat. 30-pound Kit Kat. So Kit Kats are very small. So making a 30-pound Kit Kat, that is so huge. And then the final example here is inside the smallest. Now again, talking about epic or extreme, it doesn't have to be the biggest. It can be also the reverse, which is the smallest. So here is just inside the smallest apartment in New York City, only measuring 60 feet, which is just amazing. All right, guys. So we are now on our second one, which is authority, guys. So authority, as you can see from the picture I've used right there, authority works. There's somebody here. Authority just makes you different from everybody else. Like right now, I'm starting to be an authority figure in the YouTube content creation niche, because I've been here for the past 2-3 years and I know what's to be done as far as doing YouTube is concerned. So how does authority work? Authority is about referencing people with influence, like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is an authority in the tech industry. He has created, I think, like 7 different companies right now. He started with PayPal. He went to Solar City, the Boring Company, Tesla, many more, which I don't know. This guy, his mind is just working like he's an alien from another planet. But of course, if you use Elon Musk in your title or in your thumbnail, it will really increase your viewership when you use some of these authority figures on your title or thumbnail. So reference people with influence like Elon Musk, or let's say Mark Zuckerberg, or people in position of influence like doctors. So it's not only about specific personalities. You can also use specific fields like doctors, pharmacists, nurses. You can use maybe firemen in your thumbnail. So use some whatever authority, even politicians if you are maybe a news channel. Just one thing to note, guys, don't use an authority figure in a video that is irrelevant to that authority. For example, don't use Jay-Z in a cryptocurrency video. There's no connection between Jay-Z and cryptocurrency. Jay-Z is a musician. That's how people know him. So using Jay-Z as a thumbnail just because he's an authority in the music industry will actually hurt your channel, and YouTube doesn't like that. So when you're using these authority figures, be very mindful, especially if you're putting them onto your thumbnail. So here is an example of a thumbnail that uses authority figure. We have a basketballer there. I'm not so familiar with this basketballer, but from my research, I understand this video is about Ja Morant, an NBA superstar that people know and like. I personally don't know him so much. I'm not a fan of NBA, but whatever it is, for NBA fans, I'm sure they are familiar with Morant, and if they see these thumbnail, they're surely going to click on it. Now there's something like a before and after kind of picture right there with an arrow pointing, and then there are 5 stars there. So 5 stars there, of course, makes people wonder and be curious, what are these 5 stars doing here? The title, of course, complements the thumbnail so well, and the title reads, How a 0-star recruit became an NBA superstar. So talking about from zero to hero right there. So again, authority right there. NBA's authority. I'm sure Morant is an authority in NBA, and let's rate this particular thumbnail in the description section below. Here's another one, guys, in terms of science and neuroscience. Of course, neuroscience is about study of the brain. So there's a thumbnail here about this person is staring up. I really can't know what's going on in the thumbnail here, but there's a lot of curiosity building up in my mind. I don't know why he's staring up, and then there's some yellow pointers pointing right to his eyes. On the thumbnail, there are also some words, and it states, it's almost laughable how easy it is to trick your brain. That is an amazing title. That's a huge curiosity right there for me, and for anybody who is reading this thumbnail will surely click on it, being that it's also neuroscience related. Arrows, again, guys, arrows, pointers, and cycles work so well in thumbnails. The way this person has done it, he has used arrows, one pointing directly to his eyes, the other one pointing up from his eyes, and the title reads, Neuroscientists never feel tired during the day. Of course, the person who did this video knows so well that so many of us get tired so quickly in the course of the day. I hardly get through midday before I feel some sort of tiredness. So if I get a video like this that can help me not to feel tired when I'm doing my work, then I'll surely want to click on it and watch it, because I'm sure it's going to teach me something on how not to be tired during the day. So guys, if there's something that you must take from this, is that all these thumbnails, they're promising to solve some problem. So in a thumbnail, start thinking around, what problem am I trying to solve, and how easy can I make it for people to solve this particular problem, and make sure it is within the shortest period of time possible on planet Earth. The final thing I can say about this particular video and thumbnail and why it got 2.6 million views in just 1 month. He has used a name called Andrew Haberman. This is probably a person who is an authority figure in the neuroscience field. I don't know about neuroscientists so much, but I'm sure he is an authority figure in that field. So let's look at some other examples of this authority in action, and here are examples that you can piggyback or copy and use in your next video or in your next thumbnail. So here it states Raoul Paul was wrong about crypto market shows. So I'm sure Raoul Paul is an authority figure in crypto and digital currency world. That's why the title here says Raoul Paul. Crypto, of course, is a trending topic again. This thing is trending. It's just picked up and it's probably going to trend for the next couple of years. So again, still talking about authority, I was wrong about kids and screen time. New study shows. So study, of course, people like study and research. Study and research means there's some authority behind that. So you want to watch why that new study was wrong about kids and screen time. Of course, if you're a parent, you're familiar with kids being so much in front of their screen and it's not something good for them. So this is a video that parents will really want to watch. Next title begins states like this: billionaire, never be poor again. Elon Musk. Wow, Elon Musk. Guy, this person, of course, is trending for all the good reasons all the time. He's a billionaire. He's the richest man right now on the planet Earth. And if you're talking about billionaires, you can talk about billionaires without talking about the richest person on planet Earth. And then the title also has included the word never be poor again. So I'm sure this person is so much aware that so many people are struggling financially and he wants to teach them how to never be poor again. Mr. Beast, of course, is an authority figure on YouTube. His videos get millions of views in like a month, and just using Mr. Beast in your title or in a thumbnail will just skyrocket your views. But the title here states Mr. Beast quit making videos that doesn't go viral. So I'm sure here Mr. Beast was teaching people how to make videos that go viral. His videos ever since have gone viral. Probably Mr. Beast is now the #1 YouTuber in the planet, if I'm not wrong. Who is the most rated YouTuber on the planet Earth right now? Please put it down in the comment section. I think it's Mr. Beast. Do you agree? Mr. Beast is the best YouTuber in the planet? Let's chat in the comment section. Next, why Alton Brown is warning people about San Marzano tomatoes. Wow, Alton Brown. I don't know about Alton Brown, but I'm sure he's an authority probably in the tomato niche. Next here is firearm experts react to Call of Duty Vanguards. And that brings us to our #1 viral video element, which is negativity. I intentionally saved the best for last. Negativity is probably one of the many ways, if not the best way, that most YouTubers and people in the media and people in the news use to draw attention and viewership and eyes onto their products. Again, the way we began in this video, we said if it bleeds, it leads. That's why negativity sells at all the time. So how to use negativity? You can use negativity to get people to click by talking about drama, something dramatic. What's dramatic? What's something dramatic you can think about? Fear, of course. Fear is a big one. If you talk about fear, like say the last hope for new parents or the last hope for digital currency, you're creating some sort of fear and curiosity in the minds of people. Loss aversion, how can people be loss averse? They're moving away from pain. This is all about negativity, guys. This is all about creating some fear in people, creating some drama in people, creating some lost thought in people, and just being negative in your videos. It just gets the job so well done in terms of getting the views. So let's look at the examples of some of the thumbnails that did so well with regards to negativity. Now, from the first video, you can see it got 1.2 million views in 1 month. Why? Because of negativity. But let's kind of try and go through what's going on in this video. There's a lady there holding a black bra, and then there are some pictures of women there. Of course, 8 pictures of women there. They're like cartoon pictures of women there. And then the title reads 8 breast shapes. The person doing this video knows so well that ladies have different breast shapes and there are different bras for different breast shapes. And I think that is what he or she is trying to sell in this video. And the title reads, I was wearing the wrong bra for years. Are you choosing the right ones for your breast shape? Now, I'm not a lady, but from this video, from this thumbnail and the title, surely there is something going wrong here that I want to learn from this particular video. This lady is saying that she has been wearing the wrong bra for her breast shape all along. And now she's telling people, hey, be aware, this type of breast shape goes with this type of bra. That is what I'm sure she is going to talk about in the video. And this is something that ladies will really want to know because they don't want to be on the wrong side of history when they'll be 80 and thinking they've been doing everything wrong as far as we're putting on their bras. So this is a great video, a great thumbnail, a great title. There's negativity right here, and there's a huge promise, or there's a huge question here: are you putting on the right bra? A huge curiosity, guys. So why did this thing work? Number one, even before we say negativity, there is a huge curiosity here because it's a huge question here which she has asked. And the question is, are you choosing the right ones for your breast shape? So that brings a lot of curiosity. And then there is negativity from the first part of the title is, I was wearing the wrong bra. Now, mark you, the word wrong is in caps. So he has capitalized the word wrong because, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. So negativity is right there. Wearing the wrong bra makes things a lot more interesting than wearing the right bra. So interesting here means like when you use the word wrong, you're going to get more click through than if she used the word, are you wearing the right bra? No, she has asked, are you wearing the wrong bra? So be mindful of that. Also rate that and put it down in the comment section below. Here is another example of negativity, guys. Retinol doesn't work. So retinol doesn't work. So this is probably something to do with skincare because he's a dermatologist, Dr. Dre. So Dr. Dre, I'm sure, is probably an authority figure as in the dermatology field, and he's giving us 10 reasons why your retinol is not working. I don't know what a retinol is, but she is telling you here, I'm going to give you 10 reasons why they are not. Mark the word not. Again, negativity right there. So let's look at some of the examples of titles you can use as far as using negativity as a viral video element. So here we go. I was using the wrong bra for years. Are you choosing the right bra for your photography? That's a nice one. The next one is, I was wearing the wrong running shoes for years. Are you choosing the right shoes for you? 10 reasons your Facebook ads ain't working. So there's so many people running Facebook ads, and for some reason those ads don't work. So this title is telling you this is the reasons why your Facebook ads are not working. Because running Facebook ads is about spending money. Nobody wants to lose money running Facebook ads. Another negativity here is 5 reasons why your brisket is dry. Those are the top 10 viral video elements. What you note from these are the only elements that people use in their videos and the thumbnails and the titles all the time. There is nothing over and above this. This is it. This is the advanced level of making a video go viral. It can't get any better than this. I've done this thing. I've read so many books. I've read so many sales books. I've gone through many video tutorials on YouTube. I've done courses, and these 10 are used all the time by everybody, be they beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Look at any Mr. Beast video. Look at any Tai Lopez video. Even the courses they're selling, even the books they're selling on Amazon. These are the 10 viral video elements that people are using to sell. Actually, we could title this thing as 10 viral sales elements. Because when you want people to watch your video, you're actually selling to them that video. This particular long tutorial, I could have titled it 10 viral sales element that is going to skyrocket your sales or your viewership or whatever. But here they are. It can't get better than that, and those are the top 10 viral video elements. Now, before you click on that button and leave, I want to give you my top picks because I've given you 10, but of course, there are some ones which just come on top more times than the other. So let me give you my top 3 picks before I let you go, guys. And here are my top 3 picks from these 10 viral video elements. Number 1 is negativity. This one, guys, hands down beats all the rest. If you're going to watch news today or after this, just if say for example 30 minutes, just for those 30 minutes, I want you to take note of how many of those news bulletins have negativity. You'll find that 80% of those news have negativity in them because they know that human beings in our subconscious brain, we just kind of give a huge level of importance to negative things than positive things. Negative things linger heavily and longer in our brains than positive things. And people of the news media know this. And that is why even people on YouTube use negativity all the time. So if you can use negativity, please use negativity. Now, I'm not saying you force negativity into your video, but use negative words like wrong, bad, and poor, and broke, and you're going to get those views and click-through rates. There is nothing wrong with doing that if you're doing it ethically and you're teaching people something in your videos. So don't fear using it. Hey, go ahead and use it. If you know you're giving some value to people, use negativity. Again, as the saying goes, if it bleeds, it leads. My second pick, guys, is curiosity. From the thumbnails we've gone through and the title examples we've gone through, there was a huge amount of curiosity in almost each and every thumbnail and title. So create some curiosity, create some thought process in people's minds every time they see your title or your thumbnail. And then the final one, guys, here is deep desire. This one has been used by magazines and newspaper all along since time immemorial. So use deep desire. What do people secretly admire and wish to have? Think around things like flat belly and six-pack abs. Think around things like making money fast. Think around things like being in love or finding the love of your life. Those three things are the ones that people have deep desire for, even if they don't want it. For men, maybe it's things to do with cars. Also, you can include there. People want to drive flashy cars. People want to dress designer clothes. People want to dress Dior. People want to associate with celebrities and stuff like that. People have these deep desires. It's upon you to know some of these deep desires that human beings have, me and you included, by the way. Nobody can control their subconscious mind. So get to know these deep desires and use them in your thumbnail, title, and even in your videos. Like right now, the words I'm using on this video, of course, are all the time pulling you back to my video. When I click on something, it pulls you back because I'm trying to hit on something that you have desire for. So those are my 3 picks, guys. But there is something which I have to state as far as thumbnail is concerned. So let's look at thumbnail. I know we've discussed a lot about thumbnails, but the things which I said I have to bring out in just one PowerPoint presentation, in just one slide. And this is what it is, guys. Thumbnail. So the secret 101. You see how I titled this slide, guys, is Thumbnail Secrets 101, 5 top tips. These can be a whole video altogether, but I just decided to cramp it in this video because I was talking about thumbnails and titles. So there's no need of me leaving this one out. And this is the last thing I want to teach you guys here. Now, there's some things you must have in your thumbnails for you to get this click-through rates. Besides the words that we are using on our thumbnails, there are some things that I want to single out, and please make sure you use these things all the time in your thumbnails to make those thumbnails highly clickable and increase your click-through rates and viewership. The first, we've mentioned this, is using arrows, pointers, and cycles. We've seen from different thumbnails, guys, that people are using arrows, pointers, and circles all the time. There's just something with arrows and pointers on thumbnails. I just don't know how to explain this, but somehow the videos that having arrows and pointers just get clicks. These arrows and pointers work like magic. Without wasting your time, guys, it's words should be on the left of your thumbnail and the image on the right. So always make sure that the words are on the left and the image are on the right, like I'm showing you on this particular picture right here. Now, this is a thumbnail from one of the people I'm following right here on YouTube called Tom Bilyeu. Tom Bilyeu is a billionaire. He created a weight loss bar, and right now he's running another company called Impact Theory, where he's interviewing these amazing people from different fields, from neuroscience to biology to historians to people on dieting and health and all this amazing good stuff. And from this thumbnail, guys, you can see almost all his images are always, the words are always on the left while the images are always on the right. That is what you want to do to all your thumbnails. Next, guys, make crazy faces. So make some of these crazy, weird faces when you're making YouTube thumbnails. Point, open your eyes, smile, do whatever, put your tongue out, guys. Make crazy faces on your thumbnails. Look at Mr. Beast thumbnails. All the time is doing crazy faces. Crazy faces get tons of click-throughs and views. Number 4, use intriguing, captivating, and emotional words on your thumbnails. Choose your words intentionally. We've talked through this. I'm not going to belabor anymore on this, but choose your words intentionally. Again, use negative words if possible. But if you can't use negative words, make sure those positive words also have some emotional burden on them. Use words like worst, best, wrong, hot, top, never. You get the point. Finally, guys, title should complement the thumbnail. Title should complement the thumbnail. This is what I mean. You should not use the same words you use on the thumbnail on the title section on YouTube videos, because when you do that, you are missing a huge chance to sell your video more. The title is supposed to complement the thumbnail, so don't use the same words on both. If somebody was not sold using the thumbnail, then the title should lock this person in and make him click that video and go and watch. So the title should complement the thumbnail. If you have liked this video, please share it with others. And do not forget to subscribe for more like this. Here is a video on how to upload your videos properly to increase the viewership and click-through rates. Click here and watch it now.